Hello everyone. Today we will understand about the patent classification system. So over to Dr. Priyanka Agrawal ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Apple. So today we'll talk about the patent classification system. As in our previous lectures, when we are compared between the published versus granted patent, I told you that one important thing is that whenever we go for the searching in terms of you can see the patent search, so another way of searching of the patent is a classifications. There is a we can say the some numbering system is mentioned, which is quite helpful if to get the technical you can say the exact technical field of our invention. So today we'll talk about this system. In patent classification system, the broadly we talk about the two systems that is called the international patent classification system, or we can say the cooperative patent classification system. These two systems are we can say the mostly used in our country. So the patent classification system is of two. IPC, we call it the IPC system and we call it the CPC system. Here, what is the difference between these two? That the IPC is a classification system which consists of near about the 70,000 subgroups. Okay, and it is maintained by the WIPO, which is a World Intellectual Property Organization. This is a one thing, and this is you can say that is used in more than 100 countries worldwide. These are the facts about our we can say the international classification system. But here, when we talk about the cooperative patent classification system, I told you in our earlier, you can say the lecture, that this is a joint venture, we can say, of the US and EPO. The US country was using their own, you can say the US classification system, and European country was using their European classification system. But they at last they merged together and form a cooperative patent classification system developed by the EPO, European Patent Office, and the USPTO, and they contain approximately, here we are having the 70,000 subgroups in case of the IPC, but here is the advantage is approximately 2 lakh subgroups are there in case of our you can say that the CPC classification system. It is searchable, and now the question arises where we can search it. This can be searched in the WIPO sites, and this could be searched at the EPO sites as well as in the USPTO patent databases. So earlier, if you see our earlier lectures, we have seen that how to we can say the login into to search the US patents and the European patents. European patents, we go into the SpaceNet. USPTO, we go for the US Patent Office site. And here in case of the WIPO, we have also seen in the patent scope where we can go for the searching of the WIPO patents. So these are the two, we can say the three country sites is there to search for the IPC and the CPC patent classification system. When we see this, you can say the patent classifications, little bit earlier it will be little bit difficult because there is a hierarchical pattern for this. I'm telling you. This is when IPC versus CPC. Here we have that the areas of technology. You will see that the area of technology, they are in the IPC section, it is divided into 8 sections. A to H. These are the 8 sections over here, which represents the A represents the human necessities. If we have the inventions related to human necessities, we'll go for the you can say the section A. If we have the inventions related to performing the operations and the transporting, then there is a you can say the section is B. Section C is for chemistry and the metallurgy. Section D is for the textiles and paper. Section E is for the fixed constructions. And F for, you can say the mechanical engineering, lighting, heating, weapon, blasting. Related to these inventions is coming under the section F. It is summarized under section F. G is for the physics and H for the electricity. So these are the sections, or we can say the area of technologies covered under these 8 sections under the IPC system. But in case of the CPC system, here you will find that the area that we can say our area of technologies A to, instead of 8, here we have the 9. A to H remains same. That is the human necessities, performing operations, transporting, chemistry, all up to H is same. But there is a one more addition which is called a Y. This is a general tagging of the new technologies technological developments, general tagging of the cross-sectional, you can say the technologies spanning over several sections of the IPC, technical subjects. So all these is, you can say, added into the one more, you can say, the section, that is why. So to distinguish between IPC versus CPCs, these are the, we can say, the 8 versus 9 sections, or the technologies are covered under these, you can say, the 9 sections. Another thing is that when we see the IPC, this is further, as we say that this is a hierarchical system. So in a hierarchical systems, we have a system, we can say, if you will see our previous, you can say, the lectures, you will see the international classification and the CPC classification numbering systems. We are getting a number like this, A21C1/06. So how this number come in a hierarchical way? So one thing is that there are the labels from the section to class to subclass to group and subgroup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are, you can say, the 5 labels which represented by alphabet A. As we know the section, this is the section, and we know the section A is for the human necessities. This is under A, there is a class. So we can say the digit 2, 1 is representing a class of our section A. Now after that, which is this particularly class, what are the areas is covered? This is a baking, equipment for making or processing dough for baking. So such type of, if your inventions related to this, you can say the baking sections, we will prefer the class as A21 class is a preferred class, and we get the relevant patent under this class. But now this is a broad way. We are going for the exactly what actually we really want for it. Now there is a after class, we have the subclass. So you will see that the digit C indicate our subclass. And here in this subclass, this is what the machines or equipments for making or processing dough. First, you can say in the class it is for the related to the dough, but specifically it is the equipments for making the dough, which is coming under the class A21C. So subclass is denoted by the alphabet C. After the subclass, we have a group. The group is called that C1 group, mixing or kneading machines for the preparation of dough. And after the group, we have the subgroup. Generally in this group, if the C1/00 is mentioned, that means we are talking about the main group, that there is no subgroup over there. We are just restricted over here. But after that, if digit is like the 06 is this indicates the subgroup. So you will see that we have the symbol systems from the section, class, subsection, subclass, group and subgroup. And here in this, you can say the subgroup, what we are getting with horizontally mounted mixing of or kneading tools or warm mixers. So these are covered in our subgroups. So this is, you will have a little bit idea about that. If we have this in our some of the patents, we have this type of sections, that means we are talking about the human necessities. And this will be more clear when we go into the WIPO sites to see actually the IPC, International Patent Classifications of our relevant inventions. This in a further, in a layout way, I find the layout for classification of symbols is what? Section, class, subclass, group, and this is a complete classification system. So the section, now I am taking the alphabet H. So H is what? Is our section which represents the electricity. Then we have the class symbol. I am using the 01. Each class symbol consists of the section symbol followed by a 2-digit number system. So this is, now this H is for the electricity, but here in the H01, which is a class symbol 01, this is for the electric elements. Now here in the subclass symbol, each subclass symbol consists of the class symbol followed by a capital letter. So a capital letter is what? S. Suppose S is there. So this S is what? It is for the devices using the process of light amplification by stimulated emission or radiations, laser to amplify or generate light. So this you will see that the subclass S is representing what the title of this, you can say the subclass. Now in case of the group symbol, which is shown here by 3/00. 3/00, this is our group symbol, which is for our main group, and this is for the lasers. If you just want to get something, our invention is related to the lasers, we will type this in our, you can say, the search window, and the relevant patents from the year we'll get it from this, you can see the class code system. And after that, the subgroup symbol, if we have this H, which is section, 01, which is our class, this S is our subclass, and this 3 is our, you can see the group, and the subgroup is oblique what we have written here, 14. So this is characterized by the material, used as an active medium. So this is, we can say, we are narrowing down. We are going to the specific, we can say, the technical area where our invention belongs. Or in a title, if we have this title of 3/14, so this is to be read like the laser characterized by the material used as the active medium. This is the meaning of it. So this is the way of, we can say that the way our, we can say, the classification symbols are arranged. There is a one more way, that the section, as we say that this is a hierarchical pattern. So the section, class, subclass, group, and this group is in our two, we can say, the classes. Main group, when there is called, this is a main group, that where is our, the digit is 3/00, and we have the 3/14. This is for the specific class, that is called the lower level. So first level, second level, third level, and this is our fourth level, and the lower group is our fourth level, and if it is having a subgroup in a numbering system, then it's called the lower level. So this is the way of, we can say, the reading our, you can say, the classic IPC codes or our CPC codes. But along with that, when we search for this, you can say, the classification symbols, there's a one more thing, that what is the principle of hierarchy. So generally what happens when this classification separates our, you can say, the sections to class, to subclass, group, subgroups, and all that in a hierarchical manner. Here you will see an example that we have the Z01N33/483, and after that there are the two dots, which is indicating that the physical analysis of the biological material. Again, we have the numbering system. This is, you can say, the group and the subgroups. When we have this subgroups is of the 3 digit, and beside that we have the 3 dots of liquid biological material. And if you have that only, you can say, the 2 digits in our, you can say, the subgroup, and having the 4 dots, that is followed by the blood. And after that we have again the 2 digits followed by the 2 dots. So they also have certain meanings. This example is for that. If you have the 3 digits, 3 dot subgroup, which is the 33/487, is hierarchical. This system is said it is superior than our 2-digit and the 4-digit system. 4-digit dot system. 2 dot and 4 dot. In place of that, the 3 dot is superior than the 2 and the 4 dots. This indicates like that when we go for this, you can say, up to the subgroup level. And you can say that superior to the 2 digits, 4 dot subgroup, that is for the 33/49, and the 3 digits and the 3-digit 2 dot subgroup, that is 483, this is 2 drop, is of the same. They have the similar meaning. If you have the 2 dot and if you have the 4 dot, either it is having a 3 digits, you can do the subgroup, or it is having the 2-digit subgroup. The similar meaning is like the similar. In this hierarchical level of the 2-digit 2 dot subgroup. So this, when we go for the searching of this one, and we'll so search many of the, you can say, the patent applications in terms of the classifications, we will check that the relevancy of our inventions we are getting in the 3 dots will be more relevant instead of the 4 and the 2 dot systems. So this is the principle of the hierarchy. Okay, then along with that, there is a one thing, that these classification system, whether the IPC and in the CPC, this is specifically for the foreign patents. And this is not be, we can say, system does not include, this is not be applicable for the, you can say, the foreign patents. This is not for the, you can say, the non-patent literatures, such as, you can say, the technical publications, scientific journals, trade catalogs, and the books. This is only, does not, you can say, this is only for the specific, you can say, the international our patent classifications, and for you can say the our cooperative patent classifications is not for that. Individually, you can see you will check it in either the in IPC or in for, not for you can say the NPCs or the foreign patents. Okay. Now we'll see directly into their sites. This is I just see that how to one thing, how to read this, you can say the international patent classifications and the CPC patent classifications. Now in our sites, you can say the WIPO sites, how we search or how we see this, you can say the patent, you can say the classification system.
So here we can understand about, like, we can see that if we can see the classification number, then we can understand about the patent, what exactly that patent describe inside that. That also we can understand by looking the classification code.
Yes, you can say the classification code will go for the specific you can say the site that our what is our is specific you can say the area of our inventions, technical area, along with our you can say the title search or along with our you can say the previous patent application search. This class code is also very important for getting the relevant informations of our for the inventions we are going to file for our patents. Okay. So this classification system is very helpful under you can say the search operations or for you can say the filing of our patent applications. Okay.
Yes.
Now I think my screen is visible.
Yes.
This is the Google site. Here we will go for that. We go for IPC publication. I'm just typing IPC publication. This is a one way. So when I type the IPC publications, we will see this spiral. This is a wiper link, and I am clicking over here. This has directly taken taking us into the you can say the IPC classification system. So whatever I have shown you about this A B C D H, these are the sections. You will see that the visible over here. Okay. Now if I will click on this plus side, you will get that this further is we are getting this the hierarchical pattern. This hierarchical pattern, this is the section, and now this is A01. A01 is for you can say the class. Then our sub then we further you can say the click over this plus sign. So we are getting the A01E. That means we are going from A section to class to subclass. Then if we further press over here, we are getting our you can say the group and subgroup. Okay. So this is the way for getting that the you can say the get the area of our application of our invention in this hierarchical manner. This is a way. Here some of the you can say the definitions related to our you can say the agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry. Some of the detailed more elaborated definitions part is over mentioned over here in this D. You can say the symbol which is mentioned over here. So in our we can say the in our sections part that the human necessities, there is again another we can say the subsection part is that is called the agriculture. So one part is what is called the agriculture. So what is the related to that one, that is covered under this one, this section. Okay. Then if I close it, we can go for the B, that is the performing. Will same way we go for this. So performing operations, transporting, separating mixtures, we are getting you can say this is about in the section level. It is some of the nodes are mentioned over here, and if we B01, that is B is our section, 01 is our class, and here we click over here, we are getting the subclass. Then we are further clicking over here, we are getting over the group. Here you will see the 1/00, that is it is about the main group. Okay. And under which we'll see the 10204. So these are getting our subgroups. Okay. And what I have told you about the dot system, 1212. So this dot system is there. So this is you can say the principle of hierarchy will be applicable over here. So this is the way of we can say the searching of our this IPC classification systems. Now, main thing about that, the search operation is also there. We can go for that one, search. You will put some values and search for it. So this is one way of searching our classification in IPC system. Now I'm telling you about the CPC, that is a cooperative patent classification system. Here we will go for the SpaceNet. Okay. This is the SpaceNet. Here SpaceNet patent search. And here in this you can say that the menu you will getting that the my SpaceNet help and the classification search. So here in this classification search, the same you will see the our sections A to Y. As I said, there was 8 sections in our IPC, but here in case of our this one CPC classification, we have the 9 our sections. A, B, and Y is our for the general tagging of new, you can say the technological developments. These are the thing. The same pattern as we have seen in case of the IPC. We just click over here. If I am, then we are getting the same. Okay, but we know that the subgroups which is covered under our IPC system is 70,000, and it is, you can say, the combined system of the European and the US country. So we have the more almost approximately 2,000, you can say, the subgroups are covered. So we can say the many areas are covered under the CPC. International versus CPC, the many areas are covered, technical areas are covered under this, you can see the classification system. So this we can say the additional advantage of this CPC system for us. Then in the same way, we can go for, you can say the further elaborating this one, and some related to the definitions, and some of the, you can say the summary of this related is summarized in all these sections, in all individual, you can say the subsections and the groups about it in these, you can say the D mark. This is about the A, and here from this index we can go into the B1, and this is for, again we can, as per our, you can say the search, we can go over there. Then there's a one thing I'm telling you here. Suppose I'm clicking over this B1. So this B1 is coming in the right, you can say the right part. If I close it, so even under this, you can say up to the our class level, if you want to find certain patents, so we will just click over here and get some patents over here. So this is one thing that automatically this, when we click over there, this is now not visible. When I click over here, you will see that the B01 is displayed in the, you can say the selected classification list. I will select many more things like this B2 or B3, this all, and I will go for the find patents. So whatever the patents coming under this, you can say the classes will be displayed. If I, instead of this one, if I go for further, you can say that this our class specific, we can say the subclass, or if I'm clicking over here, then I'm going for this, instead of this, if I'm going for this, you can say the subclass, and I click over, he will see that this number is displayed over here, and I will click over here, then we will get the some patents which is coming under the B sides, under our B, you can say the section.
We can directly go to also patent through this.
Yes, we can directly go to this class, this particularly class or subclass or group or subgroup, which is relevant for us. We directly click over here, and we are getting under this, we are getting the 20 results. Okay. So along with our patent search, with this classification code search, we are getting the relevancy, and we will match it with what are the relevant patents we are getting, and with this class, what are the relevant patents we are getting. So this is, we can say the additional, we can say gives the support to search our, you can say the patents, or to reach over to, you can say the more relevant, you can say the inventions which we are thinking to for which we are going to search our inventions is matching or meeting this is a criteria of it. So this is, we can say the very important, we can say the patents we can search that it is available previously, or our invention is totally new. This will be the helpful for that. So This is the way for searching the patents classifications in the in our international patent system, or in our, we can say, the CPC system. As I have just selected here the SpaceNet, instead of the SpaceNet, we can go into the USPTO site and we will search the, you can see the same CPC classifications, CPC classification over there, because it is, we can say, the jointly invented or jointly presented by the European country EPU, as well as from the USPTO. So with this, we'll have the helpful for searching the patents.
So I think classification plays an important role in the patent application. So if one can understand about the classification, then they can, by only reading the classification, they can understand that on which area it belongs, on what exactly information given. That also a basic idea they can get it.
Yes, yes,
Whether
definitely.
it belongs from blood or from agriculture, or that, so from that they can understand also.
Yes. Well, whatever the section, in the sections, if you are going for the section to chemistry, so it is one thing is the similarity, the C alpha symbol is representing the chemistry. So if you have the inventions related to chemistry, we can simply go for this, you can say the C section of it, and we will find that our relevant patents under the chemistry sections. If you have, you can say this H, or this one G is for your physics, and you can say the instruments. We'll see that the G symbol is there, the invention is related to. Our invention is related to, you can say, the physics and the instruments. We'll see that the classifications we should prefer into the G sections, and we can go into the hierarchy of it, and we search the relevancy of the inventions under this course.
Yes, yes. So hope it will be very helpful for everyone, so that they can understand deep inside the classification code, about the classification. So that will, hope it will be very helpful for everyone.
Yes.
So
And one thing is that when we go for one of the bibliographic data of our relevant information, and along with that, you'll see that the codes, the international codes and the CPC codes, we try to match with them, and then we try to search over it. Then it will be quite, if you go from the practically doing this one, then it will be quite beneficial for those who are searching for this type of codes and the pages.
yes. So next session we will do that practical. We will take one pattern, and then there we will understand the classification code, and then we can search it. So it will be very
Yes,
helpful. And
yes, definitely.
yes, so thank you very much, ma'am, for enlightening us about the classification code. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Appan. Thank you.
Thank you.